Oh, good morning. What did I do here? I need to. Oh boy. There we go. Fixed it. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. It's early. I'm stuffy. What's new? Oh, let me do all the restreamy things. I was about 10 minutes late this morning. Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual. Gonna give it a few minutes for everyone to, maybe pop in, maybe not. Good morning, Teresa. Good to see you, dear. Oh, yeah, yesterday was a long, long day, y'all. But it's Monday. Mondays are, no, Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. Of course it's Monday. Oh, so, oh, man, yeah. Even when it gets cold, I'm still hot anymore. It's crazy. I'm like, what in the holy deep fried southern crap is this? I have some fish to give these foods. And I was like so mad because as I was trying to get the camera set up this morning, I got my female Apisto was showing her belly to the boy Apisto. And I'm like, wait, I thought you already had eggs. So now I don't know if she's got eggs or not. Or she was just, trying to secretly, covertly, you know, I don't know. I don't know what she was doing, but she was doing something. And my two little Danios that like to give me the slipper in here. Hey, Mippet, how you doing, dear? I got to sleep. It was about, it was after 1 a.m. It was well after 1 a.m. when I got to sleep. But I was doing my thumbnail and setting up the stream because I forgot to do it. I got some food for these guys. We're going to give them some noms here in a second. See if I can get them to eat their bloodworms today. Because, yeah, it's cold, so the brine shrimp don't want to hatch as fast right now. So, hopefully these guys will eat these. They look interested this morning, so that's a good sign. Where's Mr. Apisto? Let's put some of those over there for him. See if he wants to come get some. A little clankety clank cup that I'm using. Running my nose gets. I wish I was getting back in bed. It's that kind of day, Mip. It is that kind of day. Y'all just do not seem interested in those bloodworms. I'm very disappointed in that. Like, I made a special trip to the pet store, y'all. Come on. Like, right now, I don't even think they thaw out, like, the whole pack if I just left them out. It's so cold. But I'm so hot. That doesn't make sense. Oh, okay. Now they're eating them. Now they're eating them. Now they see what they are. Okay. He's like, whoa, I get it. I get it now. Isn't he pretty? Look at how blue he's getting. It's my little punk rock fish. I love him. He is so awesome. The little girl Apisto, she's pretty too, but that's my baby right there. Now I wonder if he's going to slurp the one that's like right next to his face. That would be so awesome. Of course he's not. He's going to go for the one on the floor. Just like a guy, I swear. It's like you don't see the food on the plate right next to you. Come on. Yeah, I don't want to be sniffling in everyone's ears. Perpetual runny nose. I hate this time of year. Like I can't tell if it's my cold that I had getting worse or if I'm getting, it's just, because I woke up. It's like, it's one of the two. Mrs. Apisto, however, if he gets much closer to that cave, she may come out and get him. If she has eggs, she will run him off. I do need to get some more background plants. Like, I would love to fill the background up with the plants. Leave the foreground open. Maybe get some lower plants. I do have some little grass I could put down. But these guys like to move sand around. So I don't really want to put too many plants down in front because they will dig them up. Secretly, behind that wood, he has a little secret hidey cave he built. He made his own little clubhouse. It's really kind of cool. He said I couldn't get an invite in yet, but one day he'll show me around in there. Hey, Fish Fam! Good to see ya. Hello, hello. Oh, those two are chasing each other because one's a boy and one's a girl, and they're technically scattering eggs everywhere. I need to get them in their own little tote so I can catch those eggs. Because see, I think the reason why this tank isn't eating the food when I put it in is because these little fish scatter a lot of eggs, and after they scatter them, they're known to eat them. And the Apistos, anything that they see fall, they're gonna eat. So yeah, I think they've just been eating a lot of caviar lately, and they have really expensive tastes. And bloodworms are just not expensive enough for them. So, you know, little baby eggs and all. They're like, those are so nummy. It's like, come on, guys. Yeah, they will do it all day long. Well, okay, I would say they do chase each other all day long, but they really don't. Like after a while, they get tired and they kind of leave each other alone, you know. But yeah, when I had all 8 of them in this tank, which was way too many for this little bitty tank. Don't put 8 full size leopard danios in a 10-gallon tank. It just does not work, especially when your Apistos are trying to breed too, because yeah, they will commit violence. Violence will ensue. Oh, that sounds like such a great idea. I'm probably only going to stream for a half an hour and then get the stuff I got to get done for the day. Try to take a nap. A nap seems like such a good idea. Hey, Robski! That is way cool. I would love to see a whale. I did see a dolphin live once. I went to Florida back in many moons ago. I have family that lives in Florida. You think I would go more often, but I don't. um, but we accidentally got stuck on an island. This was back in probably 1997, and our yearly vacation rolled around. So we were like, "Hey, we're gonna drive down to Florida for a week." So we pack up my kiddo and me and my first husband. We ride down to Florida, and we have no idea where we're going. We just know we're going to Florida. bad idea. Don't ever take a vacation like that. That is not a good way to travel. But, you know, that was what he wanted to do. So that's what was going to happen. Um, but we get down there and we're trying to find like places where we want to stay. So we just keep driving down the coast of Florida. And so we finally stop at, oh, crud, St. Augustine. It was St. Augustine. See, man, my memory is getting so horrible. I can't remember anything anymore. We stop in St. Augustine. We get a room. We like pay for it for the week. We're like, you know, we're just going to chill here because there was a lot of stuff to do. And we did not realize where we were at all. So we're there for like the first 2 days. And on the second day, we get a phone call from the front desk of the hotel. And they're like, hey, they're going to evacuate the island. So we've got you a hotel at our sister hotel on the main part of, you know, on the mainland. So here's the address. We're going to need you to go there. And yeah, you know, we've just transferred your rest of your stay over to there. And we're like, what? Island? Who? Huh? How are we on an island? Yeah, sure as shit. We ended up on Anastasia Island in St. Augustine. It's this little bitty piece of a key. And yeah, we were and we didn't check the weather, so we went to Florida during a hurricane, and yeah, we stayed the night there on the closer inland. It did just go up the coast. It didn't actually make landfall, so we were lucky there. Caught a break. Could have been really bad. Wasn't, but it could have been. So the next day, we're like, well, let's go see what's going on since there was just a hurricane that came through. So we drive back to where the original hotel was, and we go to the beach because that's where the beach part that we were going to visit had been, like the whole 2 days we were there. So we go back, and the beach is gone. There's no sandy part of the beach. And there's like 3 or 4 piers that you can go on, but that's the only way you can like access where the beach had even been, were these piers. And we go out to the end of it, and at the end of it, there were like all these dolphins just jumping like 6 feet away from us, and it was so cool. My kiddo will never remember that because they were all of 8 months old. Okay, Okay, wait, I take that back. It was 1997. They were a year old. That's a lie, but they're not going to remember it. So, but yeah, and it's cooler to see a dolphin in, and I assume it would be like the same with a whale because they're just big, beautiful creatures. But it's so much cooler to see one, you know, 6 feet away from you in the wild versus seeing one in an aquarium. Because you can replicate, like, their habitats, but it's just not the same as seeing them, you know, just out there jumping. And it was, Teresa, it was so cool because they were, like, out of the whole disaster of a trip that it was for mostly me. You know, that was like the coolest part of it because we got to see those dolphins just jumping, and there were so many of them. And I don't think we would have seen them, especially that close, if that hurricane hadn't come in because, you know, it had flooded the beach. So it is, Robski. It really is. Morning, Mr. Mouse. How you doing? Morning, fish nerd. How goes it? I would love to, Mippet. Oh, man. That would be so awesome. My luck, I'd end up, you know, trying to catch Nemo. I'd be like, Fishy's coming home with me. I wouldn't shake the bag, though. I would not shake the bag. But I would be very excited. Very excitable. Oh, I would love to meet the dolphins. Oh my goodness. Toss them a fish, get to actually give them a pet. That'd be so awesome. And there's supposedly like a grotto in Florida where you can go swim with them too. And that's always been like something I've wanted to do. I can't swim though, so I can't really go swimming with the dolphins. I really need to learn how to swim. I tossed them some bloodworms. They did eat some of them this morning. I think they're mostly still eating fish eggs, though. And the other thing I've always wanted to see in the wild was a manatee. Because, man, manatees are just, whew. Oh, and the turtles, the big sea turtles. Oh, I could just imagine. My, I need to see if my kiddo still has the pictures. Um, it was 2022, and I think it was maybe just before I had my surgery. My kiddo went to Florida, and they went to the beach. It was the first time my kid had actually gone to the beach. It was my middle kiddo. They have big fear of open water, so I'm surprised they even decided to go to the beach with their aunt. But they did go, and while they were there, my sister was walking, and there was a little sea turtle that had gotten flipped over on his back and couldn't flip back over. So she picked him up, took a couple of pictures with him, put him back down, and they did watch him go to the water. They let him go himself because, you don't just pick them up and take them, you let them do their own thing. But poor little guy would have probably got picked off by birds if they hadn't come along and flipped him over because they were like, he was like just sitting there, just so trying. They just couldn't flip back over. But they got pictures with it. It was really cool. I know that probably maybe helped my kiddo with their fear of water a little, but my fish do have very expensive tastes, and they are very picky, very very picky. I've got to get these last two Danios out of here before one of them, ends up like the other guy that rubbed my Apistos the wrong way. These little cichlids were, they do fine for a little while, and then they get angry. I still deduct that what happened was that one fish got into her cave and she got mad. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Aussies are awesome. I was about to say something, but then I was like, oh no. Then Ricker would be like, oh, no, 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 no. So I was going to say it's those New Zealanders you got to watch out for, but, you know, not all of them. Just some of them. It's joke. It's joke. It's a bad joke, but it's a joke. Oh, yeah, they get too close to her cave, and she's like, heck no, buddy. Get out of there. See, they're trying her patience today. They are keeping the Apistos out, which is kind of why I want to keep at least maybe one in there. But they kind of do better with two, so I mean they do better in a group, but they do, violence cannons. No, not all of them. Unless Oreos are involved. Don't tell anyone I said that. Uh, the birds are cute too. The little kiwi birds. Those would be cool to see too. I don't know exactly how small a kiwi is or is not because I have never seen one in person, but I've never driven a tank. I mean, unless you count like a 1980s um, Ford LTD as a tank, or even an you know um, I think I drove a '78 Ford LTD too. So yeah, those cars are huge. They're almost like tanks. They're kind of as solid as one too. Yeah, the, and they're also the kangaroos too. Like man, that's another thing that would be so awesome to go see. Like actually in their habitat. Because yeah, you can go see an animal in a zoo and it's great. Even the fish in the aquarium, they're great. But yeah, seeing stuff in the wild is just so awesome. I don't want to see a lion up close. That I don't know. My poor sister-in-law is the type of person that if she saw a lion up close, she'd try to pet it. That would end badly. We'd be on the news. I'd let her get eaten, that kind of thing. It would be horrible. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm not coming to save you. You did that. I'm staying back here. Love you, sis, but yeah. That's the furthest up at the top of the tank I have ever seen Mr. Apisto. Yeah, they're really not. They don't have the freedom. I have heard that too, Mippet. I have heard they're kind of wild. Kangaroos will probably hurt you about as bad as a lion would too. Like, you just don't mess with wild animals. Like, no. Unless they're baby sea turtles, then yes, you flip them over, you let them go on their way. That yeah, I need to get the leaves back in there. I did a dumb thing. So I picked up a bunch of leaves. I rinsed the leaves off, gave them a nice little peroxide bath, gave them a little rinse, so they could go in the tank, just so I didn't end up with any planaria in here. And which I mean that probably would have been fine. I'm not keeping shrimp or anything in here, and the fish probably would have picked them off. Um, So I had the bag and I put them out to dry, which I don't know why I did that. I should have just popped them in the tank at that point and they would have sank. But I was like, well, I rinsed them off. Let's let them dry off. So I did that and then I put them in the tank and they all floated on top and like none of the light could get through. And I was like, this was a disaster. And of course, I did it 20 minutes before my stream. So I'm sitting there picking the leaves out. And like out of all of that batch, only like 3 or 4 actually made it into the tank. I think there's a few in the back that crumbled up. So yeah, but yeah, I need to put them back in there, and I need to go grab some magnolia leaves too and stuff because all the leaves are falling now. So I have my pick of leaves. There's in. Hey, Beck, good to see you. Oh no, the wild barrel has entered the room. Where did he come from? Oh, he got the door open. Okay. I was like, how did he even get in here? Silly cat. Oh, I do. Okay. If there's any shrimp keepers out there, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. I have about 1 billion little sweet gum. I have a sweet gum tree in my yard, and I have 1 billion of the little gum balls. I'm sure you could probably find some fake leaves. Like, if they make fake plants, they've got to make some fake leaves. And if someone doesn't, then, someone needs to get on that. But, yeah. So, you get these little gum balls off the sweet gum tree. And, of course, I have some, but they're in another room, and I'm not hobbling out there to get them right now. But I will show them on my next stream. And but I have 1 billion of them. So if anyone wants any, let me know. I can send them to you. Your shrimp will love them. I didn't realize the gold mine I had in my front yard. But yeah. I think he's kind of got a taste for duckweed. It might be like the same as like eating catgrass, is what I'm thinking is why he keeps going after it. I have no clue. I don't know where he's at because he ran in here and now he's hiding. So now I'm just waiting for him to pounce on me. I will take a picture of it, Teresa, for you a little later and send it to you. It's a really pretty tree. It's the only tree in my yard I actually like. But the only problem um, is the fact that in the fall you get these little spiky balls that are full of seeds. And they're green, and then they turn brown. They open up, they drop the seeds, and then the ball falls off. So as you're walking through your yard, you have these little bitty balls that are like golf balls, and then you step on them. And if you're lucky, you don't slide and fall on your butt. Don't ask me how I know, because I've done it a lot. It's a really pretty tree. I love the tree in the summer because it does produce a lot of shade. I would have never thought about that either. Um, but yeah, man, it's pretty. Leaf like the leaves on it are kind of like maple leaf esque, except you get the little gumballs. And those, I love those. Those things are crazy. He's taunting me with, his little hidey hole back there. And it's kind of wild because he did. He hollowed out a little area back there. It's kind of cool. And they left so many bloodworms behind. It's a good thing this tank's getting a water change today. Okay, so Fish Nerd, I was meaning to ask you because I really do think that the one eating the bloodworm in the front is the girl, and this dude right here that's on screen, that guy's a boy, right? Because they've been chasing each other like all morning, like they are boy and girl. So I'm hoping that's the case. Mr. Apisto is not about it today. He knows it's Monday. He knows what's up. He knows. Woohoo! I have successfully sexed my Danios. I couldn't, I like the fish that are like the Apistos when you have the boy that's one color and the girl the other color. Then you know. If I can catch both of them tonight or tomorrow, I have a tote ready for them to go in, like one of the little shoebox little totes, for them to go in with a liner to catch the eggs. So I'm going to try a third time since these guys are getting more live foods in this tank than the other tank is getting. I put a lot of brine shrimp in here. And all right, then I will get them in there. Hey George, good to see you. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Early morning fish watching. I'm gonna trim. Well, I don't think I'm gonna trim this rotella yet. That's in here. I might. It's getting a little long, and it's only a 10-gallon tank. Just shove it back in the little pot. My plant back there is filling out quite nicely. I do have a light coming, y'all, that I can actually dim. It'll probably be about 5 more days before it gets here. Oh, Robski, thank you. I am great. You know, still keeping the fish. Doing the fish keeping thing. Hey, Deb's Aqua Pets, good to see ya. I need to download some more jazzy, wake up music or do like a mix of wake up but go to sleep music. Be like, you're gonna wake up, but then you want to go back to bed. You want to wake up, go back to bed. That peer pressure, man, it's crazy. Oh yeah, it would be about middle of the day over there. My day is just beginning. I just got a handful of things to get done this morning, and then, okay, I'm not gonna lie. After the stream, the first thing I'm doing is water change in here. And I need to get scrubbing because this tank has the most algae in it of all of my tanks for some weird reason. Yet I give it the least light. Yeah, I don't understand it, but yeah. So I'm going to do something fairly crazy here. But this is something that, like, I've been thinking about for a hot minute because I have noticed this. I do a lot of online shopping, mostly window shopping. I don't really, yeah. But I do a lot of online comparative shopping from store to online to see which is cheaper. Um, and, oh, damn, I am so sorry. Exactly what's normal, you know. But okay, so I do a lot of comparison. Sorry about that. Yeah. I was looking at my local Walmart the other day, and I should have already downloaded this picture because I've been wanting to talk about this for a hot minute. But I saw a filter that I bought online for exactly $2.50. It's a sponge type filter, right? I got it online for $2.50. Granted, I had to wait 5 days to get it, but I got it. You know, and then you bulk it up to, like, I think it was with $20 you got free shipping. So I spent $20. I got a filter and a couple of other things. And then I go to Walmart and they had the same filter. I mean, I kind of did open the box and look at it because I was like, I wanted to see the quality of the sponge is what I was actually looking at. Because I wanted to see if it was the same filter that I had purchased. Lo and behold, it was the same texture sponge, same filter design, and they were charging $9.97. And I was like, what in the world? I was like, that's more than 100% markup. Hey, Brandon, good morning. Good to see you. One day I will have baby Corys. It's coming. I know it's coming. They're just not old enough yet. That's what I keep telling myself. Just one more month and I'll have them. But yeah, I was very shocked at the markup on that. So I'm thinking about ordering from, a certain website and setting up a tank, and also setting up a tank from, like, local stores and doing, like, a price comparison on it. Except I know that the price, that could end up very costly. I could have had it in my tank the same day. That is very true. So if you needed it now, I understand buying it for the $9.97. I really do. Oh boy. You really don't want to do that, buddy. I keep telling him he really does not want to do that. But yet here we are again. Let me get the cat out of the tank. Hang on, y'all. Mr. Kitty. There is a whole water fountain in the kitchen with the door open that he can go get to. That filters the water. And yet he still comes to the aquarium. Like, why? I seriously think it's the duckweed. That or he thinks he's going to get a fish. Eventually, I'm really afraid the Apistos are going to go up there and attack his tongue. And the the kitchen one isn't the only water bowl because, like, we keep two outside that we change multiple times during the day because they're outside. Um, and then I think there's also one in my other bathroom that we keep. It's not a water fountain, but it is a water bowl because otherwise they will howl in the bathroom for the water to be turned on. So we do keep a water bowl in there. But yeah, they always come back to the aquarium. And I know it's because the water's moving. It's, yeah. He has been my only problem child out of the three cats. It's always him. It's always Beryl. He has landed in a tank. He won't touch the other tanks anymore since he fell into my angelfish tank. No angels were harmed in the falling of the cat, but it could have been real hairy because he could have flipped that tank over. And yeah, so he honestly hasn't gotten back up there. But this little one in my bedroom, he comes to all the time now. So yeah, I'm like, dude, I just put blood worms in there, and you're gonna sit there and drink the water, man. You're gonna have a sore tummy later. It could be, and that and the moving water is more than likely because of the bubbles and yeah, the flow is what I'm thinking. But he also is the one kitty cat we can't keep inside. He will constantly run outside. If I could keep a big enough tank for an Oscar, I would totally get one. That might teach him a lesson. Buddy, you can't. Oh, okay, y'all. I normally try to run for an hour, but Beryl is. He's going to keep trying to drink out of this tank. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it down for this morning. Go ahead and get my stuff done and get this water changed in this tank since I have cat tongue in it now. But y'all have a great day. I hope it is a good Monday for you. And I will be back tomorrow morning. Hopefully with not a cat in my tank. Yeah, I think he's trying to eat the duckweed. All right, I gotta go, y'all. Y'all have a great day. I will see y'all later. Bye, everyone. Also, if you haven't hit the like button, do those YouTubey things for me. I appreciate it. But yeah, see y'all later. Bye.